my suggestion to this generation would be, I think you should marry your best friend.
What the hell?
Hey, where are you looking? Can you guess what's cooking? I'm a booking you up. For a sneak, for a peek, baby, every week you're gonna scream, scream, scream.
What the hell, Navya? अरे entrepreneur ये है Navya. करे बात खुल के ये है Navya. With a mom, with a nanny comes Navya.
Marilyn Monroe once said, "Strong women don't have attitudes, we have standards." These lines always remind me to want more for myself, because who doesn't want more for themselves? Hi everyone, I'm Navya Naveli Nanda and this is What the Hell Navya, empowered by Bumble. So today I'm going to be talking to my mom, Shweta Nanda, and Nani, Jaya Bachchan, about love. I know it's going to be a crazy one, because when it comes to love, I think, women are more expected to settle. We want more for ourselves. We're perceived as too demanding. There's a whole list of things that we have to take into account when it's not supposed to be that complicated. So I think it's time we have these real conversations out in the open if we actually want to make any changes. I also feel like this is going to be a tricky one, so let me just get an extra cup of coffee to help me get through this, and we'll be right back after this break. Hello everyone! Other than the audio treats that my mom and Nani have been giving you, I have another treat for you. If you loved this episode, come over to the IVM store for some exclusive What the Hell Navya merch. We have limited edition t-shirts and hoodies for this episode. Get these and show off your love. So today's episode is about love and romance.
What the hell, Navya?
I'm really scared.
I'm too old for all this.
No, you're not. What do you mean? Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about love. Are you guys excited to be talking about love?
No.
Why?
No.
Are you not in a lovey
Depends
mood
on
today?
different kinds of love.
Yeah.
You both are not looking in a very lovey mood today.
So now?
What do you mean, so now? This is our topic of conversation, and I know me and mom have at least had many disagreements on this topic, or just in
Yes.
general about what we think about love and
No, I don't think we've discussed love.
Not love,
what
but
I think about
relationships.
yeah.
We'll save that for later on. But let's talk about you, Nani. What is your idea of love? And
Not cheesy
soulmates.
At all, Navya.
Yeah, but it's an important question.
For me, of course, attraction is very important.
Yeah.
It's the first thing.
Okay.
If you're not attracted to somebody, the next step does not happen.
Okay.
Attraction is important. Then understanding
Okay.
and sieving out
Okay. What does
the
that
not
mean?
good and the good.
Oh.
And weighing whichever is better, then
If
go
the
further.
positives outweigh the negatives.
Yes.
So then
Yes.
then it's a green light for you.
I know a lot of people who know that there is a lot of negative, but they just can't help themselves, but still fall in love.
Yes, one of them is here.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's not
right
true.
here. It's
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Navya Naveli Nanda.
Okay,
What
what
the hell now?
What?
Yeah.
I mean, really, what the hell? We're just up to our
What do you
eyeballs
mean?
with
Why
you,
has
Navya.
this become such a big thing?
You know, she's got a whole new formula, by the way, and she thinks we're morons and we don't get it.
What's the
No,
formula?
The formula is now she doesn't. It's that don't complain, don't explain, never explain.
What do you mean?
Now, if you tell her, Navya, now, Navya, now.
Now
There's
it's not
never
something you choose. Like it's not like I'm.
Yes, you can choose.
You can
Yeah, but-
choose.
I think times have changed where you have to choose if you know what's good for you in life.
But now if you're
you have
happy, then
chosen
you're
many
happy.
times, Navya.
Okay,
And for
okay.
better
I-
men.
You always say you're happy till you break up with the person and then you tell us how unhappy you are. And we were just like, we knew it. We told you. You didn't listen. You were right. You're always right.
Yeah, but at least I'm. What did you say? Experience is what better than advice.
It's very painful.
Yeah,
Navya.
Oh my God! Stop, guys. This is not
You
fair.
stop. Can you stop?
But definition of love has changed today.
That's what I
think-
opened with. What does it
yes,
mean to you?
I think today love is not, at least I don't know about you, Shweta, but for us, you're attracted to somebody and then you find out, and if you, while in the process of finding out, you realize that, yeah, I'm attracted, but I think there is
Something
it's
off
not going to
here.
work. No, the person may be very nice, but in terms of your own personal, you feel ki maybe it'll be difficult. Or else you're so madly in love
Hmm.
that you feel, I will take any nonsense this person gives.
Which is
That's really
Navya's attitude.
jumping into the well, because it will be miserable. I think today, it takes away from that romance, and it takes away from the kind of love that you read in Jane Austen. But
except for our lovely specimen here, who's saying
Oh
it's
God.
all. I'm not saying long term. Didn't she just say?
yeah.
Because not every person you date, you're thinking you're gonna marry them.
Thank
No,
God.
it's not the question of marriage, but even in a relationship, Navya, every time you have a relationship, you're giving away so much. So when you meet another person that you think, oh, this one is very nice, but you've already dealt with a part of the emotion with the ones before. So what new do you have to give that person? Nothing. And there's no chasing.
There's no build up. It's so.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Yes.
What
I
and
told you,
that's the
microwave,
fun.
instant
That's the
noodles.
fun. The whole wooing,
Instant
and that's
noodles.
the fun. That's the whole fun. It's not there anymore. And very rarely today will you see somebody who is, and you look at them and say, "Oh, what a lovely couple! They gave us such a good vibe." Or they look. You don't see
Yeah.
that in the
Yeah,
old.
yeah,
I mean, in our times, you'd see this and be like, "Oh my God,
yeah,
they were
yeah.
such an
Yeah,
incredible
yeah.
couple. There was something about the couple. There was the chemistry. Nothing happens.
So
like that.
romance
And
is dead for you
togetherness,
guys.
you know.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you guys have
exist.
killed romance.
Okay.
Yes, of course. And togetherness,
Yeah.
Navya. But just holding hand doesn't mean togetherness.
Hmm.
Togetherness means a lot of other things, a lot deeper, a lot more commitment. Today, I don't know whether the generation is ready to make that kind of commitment.
Well, you said we've killed romance, so I guess.
I mean, I feel so. In a way, it's probably nice, it's more practical, because that's where the world is going.
Also, I feel like a lot of girls today, I mean, and I'm just talking about in a heterosexual space because I'm not very familiar with non-heterosexual space because, I mean, that's what I see in my kids and their friends' lives. But I find girls need a lot of validation these days and they're getting it out of their relationships. And for me, that is problematic. I see girls and they break up and then they want to go quickly get into another relationship and they don't take their time. You need to take your time to get over one person, find yourself, live with yourself for a bit, and then you bump into someone, you meet someone. Is it 3 months, finished, next guy? It's
Yeah.
when do you get time for yourself? When do you recharge?
When
no
you're at
one's
home.
recharging. And then that cycle of just constantly needing a man's attention or a woman's attention or whatever, your partner's attention constantly. And if it's not, why didn't you like my Instagram picture? People are fighting about this. He didn't like my Instagram picture, but he
Who is
liked that
fighting
girl's
on-
Instagram picture. It's all about getting the right shot at the right time. And oh, he didn't like your picture. Oh, he liked this one's picture. It's just too much.
Do you
It's
guys
just-
have anything positive to say about
Yes,
romance
she
and
just
love?
said that you'll actually have a very practical approach to things, which is good. But this, I feel that, come on, girls, you're amazing. You don't need some guy to tell you that.
But I think how it's changed now also is that, like today, for example, I see a lot of women making the first move and putting themselves out there,
That's okay.
which is great. And I think, like, I've seen my friends do it, whether it's even if it's about marriage, like, you usually expect, like, oh, the man will, propose or the man will bring up this conversation. But women are
These
more.
kind of things actually don't happen.
Happen
with
in
the
rom-coms.
box opening and
They
the
do
ring.
happen today, as you guys have been seeing on Instagram.
Those things don't last very long.
Yeah, they don't last.
But
at
I'm
all,
saying
actually.
that what a cute proposal.
Yeah,
Yes.
but what's the point?
Anything cute and marriage don't happen
What
the
do you
way they
mean?
show. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's good. Women
It's
should.
different.
But yeah, women
make
are
the
putting
first move.
themselves out there.
A
And
lot.
then you have like a lot of ways that they're able to do that. I think social media is one way. You have like apps, like, dating apps like Bumble that are specifically for women. Like, for example, safer
How can
for
somebody
women to
matchmake
use.
for you?
So basically, you see, typically how it works is that you have a picture of someone with like their age, and then you see like a little bio about them. We're just using like technology to converse
can
more,
you
but
use
it's not
But
that.
no,
technology
you
to
have
build
so
a
much
relationship?
technology to converse.
Yeah, that we do.
How do you use technology to create relationship?
No, but like talking like on the phone or something, like you have different
No,
ways of
no,
talking to them or like communicating with
I
them.
guess, yeah, texting.
Yeah,
and all. It's
texting.
also
and-
puts a lot of pressure on relationships today, huh?
What?
Like,
Texting.
I mean, in our day and maybe in yours, it was like the phone you had, and most of us, at least when I was growing up, I didn't have a designated line, and so anyone could pick up and hear your conversation.
And
So
Nana
you have to
used
be careful. Yeah,
I
my
did.
I
father
would
used to.
freak out if you
I
ever
never
heard my
did.
conversation.
Otherwise, most of the time, the telephone was in your parents' room. So if you had someone had to call you, they would have to call you in your parents' room. Then there's no such thing as texting. So you could go days without hearing from like someone you're dating, unless they write you a letter or something.
Whatever you need, you just put it in, press the button. 1 minute, it's heated up, it's out. You consume it and finished.
So there's so much pressure on your equations.
It's not organic.
Who's texting when? How? Did you get a good night text? Did you get a good
Yeah, but for
morning
us, we
text?
don't know any different. Like
yeah, but
we've
I'm just
grown
saying,
up like this.
which
so-
is why your relationships don't have that.
No, but
anymore.
I think like if we had grown up having that and then this, then I understand. But for us, we don't know any
I
better.
know you don't know any better, but
so
I'm
we
telling
make
you,
the best of what we
I'm
have.
telling you, the relationships have and the way they're conducted has evolved. And I'm asking you, I don't know if it's for the better. I feel there's now too much, like Valentine's Day is such a big deal. I don't think it was
Yeah.
ever such a big deal.
But what's the
You know,
problem with it being
People
a big
have to
deal?
do, and then you have to Instagram it, and you
No,
have
there's
to
too
put
much
my heart, my
social
love,
media.
my
definitely
this,
think
my
there's
that,
more-
my moon, my stars.
Oh my
Shut
god,
up.
relax. I definitely you sound like really like not like I don't like love and stop
No, I'm
being
not saying
romantic.
that. I'm a very big romantic. I love it, but I don't like what this.
Yeah, but I think that
all
there's
is going
definitely I agree.
She
there
doesn't like the
is-
fringes.
No, I
but,
don't like the frills, not fringes.
But that's
sorry.
your idea of love. Maybe for somebody else,
Yes,
it's,
but I'm telling you, it's
they
like you
like it,
guys.
or
How
they
many of
enjoy
you?
it.
How many of you are doing it because it makes you feel great? Are you doing it because you need
Yeah,
that
she's
picture
right.
for Instagram?
Yeah, I
She's
agree
right.
that now there's obviously a lot more pressure on, with Instagram and social media of showcasing how great your relationship is, more to the
Like
outside
every
world.
normal person's relationship has become a celebrity relationship. When there's so many eyeballs on something that's essentially between two people, at some point it gets performative, right? You guys will do certain things because, I mean, half the time if you see couples,
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, and I find it hysterical. It's always like the guy or the girl is taking a picture of this girl who's like posing and looking beautiful and everything. And that's just not the point of going out somewhere together.
But maybe he wants to take a cute picture
No,
of his
she
girlfriend
wants it for
and
her
keep it
gram, or
on
he
his
wants it
phone.
for his gram, and that's what your relationships. I mean,
I
I'm
don't
being
think that-
very, very
Yes,
intolerant. I
you are.
know, but what I'm trying to say is that when you have that kind of eyeballs on your what is yours, and in actually essentially a very private thing, it never ever lasts. Also, I feel, Mom, a lot of women feel, and maybe it's just like a bit of a hangover of like our times, where a lot of women feel that if we make the first move, you come across as very chunt and
Clingy and-
chalu, and you get that,
Yeah.
oh, she's quite a bold thing. It's never complimentary. At least it wasn't in our time. So you kind of feel like a lot of things you may want to do, but because you don't want that label or that tag, I mean, like in our time, no, a lot of people would maybe not be so open about talking about how many people they've dated and all. You can have so many boyfriends. I would never think that, oh, she's that kind of a girl. She's had so many boyfriends. But in our time, it was a thing. And I think in your time, it was even worse.
They
I
probably
mean, a lot of in
yeah.
India, there's still girls who don't date. They just get married to whoever their parents tell them to get married to. So just understand the kind of freedom you have is no, understand it.
I do.
In comparison to other people. And I think a lot of women would, if empowered enough, would be fine making a first move.
Yeah.
Because I think there are a lot more.
I mean, I
women
don't-
are a lot more aware of their feelings and expressive.
Yeah, I don't
Men,
think I've ever
it's
felt
difficult
conscious
actually.
to do that.
I think it's very difficult for a lot of men to gather up the courage, and it's maybe as tough on them as it is on women to sort of go up to someone and say, can I get in those cheesy lines, can I get you a drink or whatever.
I mean, I don't think I've ever felt conscious to make the first move or put myself out there.
But that's you guys. I think I would be. I just don't think it was that society wasn't engineered that way when I was growing up, and it was a big taboo. You just don't do that. You just don't do that because then you would be that kind of a girl. Not that
Yeah.
that kind of a girl is wrong. If you look at it today, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
I think
I mean, that was
everyone
just a
is-
mindset. The guy always asked you out.
Yeah.
You never asked the guy out.
That's what I was
And
saying.
that also needs, that will change, and as it should, as it must, because why should everyone have? I don't think it takes away from romance, by the way, if the girl makes the first move.
Yeah, even I don't.
I don't think
A
it
lot of
takes away.
girls do today. Make
I
the
think
first
in my
move.
generation, girls were shy. If she has the courage, she should say it. What's wrong? And
Older
women are
women.
also were very, at that time, scared of being said, but I'm sorry, I don't feel like that.
Yeah, rejection. But even men are, and poor guys, they always have to make the first move, or like a
Them
lot
together.
of older women
Yeah.
are out there today and dating.
Which is
and,
so wonderful.
and it's a very different dynamic. It's a very
Yeah.
like I mean, a while ago, it's not something you would even think about.
Yes.
A lot of women out of choice don't want to get married. They want to just date or, have long-term relationships. They maybe want to live with a guy, not marry him. It's very, very different out there. It's a little complicated. I mean, we had everything was in a box and everything had its place. But today it's very, very different. And a dynamic I'm seeing a lot is a lot of older women date a lot of younger men. Younger men like
Where are the
gravitate.
older men? There are no older men
Yeah,
around.
but today a lot of younger boys like dating older women. So they're very sane and they're not posing for pictures on Instagram. Just wanna tell
Actually,
you.
some of them are.
No, there may be, but not that there's anything wrong. Okay,
Yeah,
but I'm
but-
trying to say that it's a thing you see.
They
now,
have
and
their
I think
life
it's quite
not
incredible.
together.
I have a lot of friends who are either separated or who are widow or who have never married. They have relationships, but they do it on the quiet, because they're still very aware of society judging them. And we are such a judgmental society. And why?
Yeah, that we do.
Yeah,
It's really
but I
too
think it's
much.
wonderful. I think it's absolutely
Yes, I
wonderful,
think it's wonderful.
and it's good, and it's
You find love and companionship at any age is fantastic.
Exactly. And I don't think today what I think is also nice is that there's not that, this is how it's supposed to be. A lot of women don't feel that they need to stick in a relationship, even if it's not working out for them on some level. They have that ability also because I
Just
think
sit
they're a
down
lot
and
more
talk about it.
emotionally and financially independent. They have that ability. But again, I'm talking about in India, it must be like 0.5% because the rest
Yeah.
of the country it's
Still
just
not
a
in that
terrible
boat.
state for them. There's absolutely no choice.
Yeah.
And if you're unhappy, then you can't walk out because of many reasons.
Yeah.
Number one being log kya kahenge.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yes.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
people who are battling kids and fighting with children because they feel, I'm not going to let my kid do this because what will people say? In India, we really, yes,
Yeah, that's
mom. How
true.
many
That's
homes people
You
are
know,
just
Shweta,
lives are ruined
another
with this.
problem is, I know it's a very, people probably will find it objectionable coming from me, but physical attraction and compatibility is also very important.
Yes.
Our times, we couldn't experiment, but today the generation does. And why shouldn't they?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And because that also is responsible for a long lasting relationship. If there is no physical relationship, it's not going to last very long because you can't just be lasting on love and fresh air and adjustment. I mean, I feel.
No, I agree
Okay,
with you.
it's very, very important. And sometimes it's a pity, but a lot of the younger lot, I mean, of course, we couldn't even think about it. But the younger generation, even after me, I think Shweta's generation, Navyasto is a different ballgame. But, they would feel very guilty going through that experience. And I think it's very wrong because it's okay. I mean, and then you do things on the sly. I mean, if you had a physical relationship and you feel that still my relationship otherwise not worked out, you can be nice about it and say, okay. But, that is something. And why are we being such hypocrites? Because every young girl goes through it. They hide it from their family, which is okay. Maybe you don't talk about your physical relationship. But, why are we putting these taboos on people?
I think it's all about control. It's to control. It's mainly women.
Yes, you're right.
I mean, women really don't have a say about their bodies, actually. All their
That's
decisions are
terrible.
made by men. It's true. I feel like you guys and this generation feels that this is why I feel you guys get fed up of like your romantic equations and everything, is because everyone's looking for everything in one person. You're not going to get that. One
I don't
person is
think
never going to
we're-
give you everything. When you're our age, you realize you have your friends for companionship, you have your children for something, you have your husband for something, you have your mother for something else. You have to get different things from different people.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
can't put
I agree.
everything and expect one person to be able to give you everything.
But I
It's
don't
too much pressure on
expect
the
that.
person. It's too much pressure on the relationship.
Okay,
saying
love
that-
guru. I don't.
No,
I don't.
she's not saying that you are expecting.
Oh,
she's
she's saying
talking
this
about your generation.
generation.
And I'm saying that also now, you guys have been fed these unrealistic expectations on Instagram and TikTok, and people are going and that very irritating. A few years ago, there's that guy with the hand and that
What
they were holding
hand?
hands and going all over the world. Please, who's doing this? They must be
But
so
let them do
irritating.
what they have to
No,
do. If
I
it makes
know,
them
but what
happy.
I'm trying to say is that now you guys feel, oh, this is what life is. I mean, Mama, do you not find it crazy that there is something called a proposal? Like, the proposal is as big as the wedding.
Yeah.
There's a set, and then there's a
No,
music, and then there's a people.
decide and they go to Iceland and to some other place.
Yes, it's
and
madness.
they,
Marriages
go
are
on
not lasting for as long as they're preparing this proposal.
They go on top of that tower in Canada. What is it?
What?
Canada?
Ontario or something. There's
What
that
tower in
remember?
Canada?
I have no idea.
And
I
they
know-
go there and
Where are
they
you
propose.
seeing
Yes,
this
it's
stuff?
just
What is this
idiotic.
drama? Who kneels down and proposes? Nobody does
Need
that.
a
Oh.
kick.
Aren't you supposed to
If-
kneel down and propose?
No. There's
Oh.
no such thing. You propose the way you
Not
want
at
to
all.
propose.
How will you propose to?
And then
Oof.
putting hashtags on this
Can I
wedding,
hear her
can't
proposal
take it.
story? How will you
It's very
propose?
I was
to?
shooting in Calcutta
Hmm.
and we had decided that we'll go for a holiday. One movie that we had done is a hit,
Which
The
one
mo-
was that?
Zanjeer.
Chakkus.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then the movie was a hit. I was shooting for a Bengali film in Calcutta, and Nana called me and he said, there's a problem. We had decided we'll get married in October because by then my work would have reduced. Because he said, I definitely don't want a wife who'll be 9 to 5. Please work, you must work, but not every day, I mean, you choose your projects, work with the right people.
Hmm.
Anyway, so I said, okay. He then called me and he said that my parents are saying you can't go for a holiday
Hmm.
with Jaya. If you want to go for a holiday with her, you marry her.
So he married you.
So he said, what do you think? So I said, well, we were planning to get married in October, so theek hai,
So you
we'll do
got-
it in June, khatam. And then
But how did he
I said,
ask
but you
you?
will have to,
Like he just said, "Will you marry me?"
not that day. I mean,
Oh, okay, like
I
another
mean,
day.
if you have planned that we are getting married in October now.
Yeah.
So on the phone, this happened, and then I said, but you'll have to speak to my parents.
So then.
So he called my father and spoke to him. My father was not very happy. My father never wanted me to get married.
Oh.
We were 3 sisters. He said, I have not brought you into this world to just educate yourself, get married and settle down and have children. I want you all to do something in life. That was
Hmm.
my father. So then he spoke to my father and my father said that that's fine. The only people, he said, we don't want a big wedding.
Hmm.
So my father said, but my parents are alive. I'd want them to attend the
Oh, they
wedding.
came for the wedding?
Yes.
Where did you?
My
You got married in
grandparents,
Bombay.
In my godmother's house.
In Bombay?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It was a quiet wedding.
I'd like a quiet wedding.
Yes, you should.
That's one
You should.
point we agree on.
I honestly tell you, Navya, when you get married and if you say that, Nani, I've gotten married, I hope I have your blessings, I'll be
But
absolutely
what if you don't
fine
like the
with-
boy? Then you're
No, but
going to give your
that's different.
blessings.
You'll have my blessing. He may not have my blessing.
Oh, okay. I'd
Nice.
still have it. No, but I've always told mom and dad that I'd definitely not have a big wedding.
Please don't.
No, it's I
please
find it
don't.
annoying. So what do you guys say about I find it really annoying as well.
So do I.
Because I feel it makes it really impersonal.
Of course,
When there's so many people that you don't even talk to on a daily basis who are there
You
on
first
such
get
a special
the
day.
relationship and the boy aspect right. Wedding we'll speak about later. I told you what my rules are.
Yes, buy
So
a
then-
house.
No, I
And
didn't say buy a house. I said you should have enough money in the bank
I could
to
rent
buy
a house
to buy
right
your own
now.
house. No, why anyone can rent? You have to be
Okay,
able
okay,
to
I'll
buy,
buy
it.
a
You
house.
and your brother. These are my rules. Nobody's getting married till they can do that, and you will certainly be working.
I am working, but I would never stop working
You're good.
because I love doing what I do. And keep podcasting with you two for the rest of my life. I'll have more disagreements and more agreements.
My suggestion to this generation would be I'm looking at it very clinically.
Okay.
Since there's a lack of that emotion, the romance today in today's the thing, and the romances are like Mama said, Valentine's Day and these kind of
Instagram and stuff.
yes.
Couple
I think you
goals.
should marry your best friend.
Yeah.
You should have a good friend. You should discuss and say, okay, maybe I'd like to have a child with you because I like you. I think you're nice. So let's get married because that's what society is saying. I mean, I have no problem if you have a child without a marriage also.
Oh.
I really don't have a problem.
No, I know you don't. What are your red flags for like not just me now before you get started, just in general in men? What are some red flags that you think any woman should not tolerate or deal with, or signs that you feel
Someone
like
who only looks at things from their point of view, someone who is not going to compromise or adjust, and straight up narcissist.
okay, you
Me too.
same red flag.
For me, a man has to be very gentle because I think that women understand and feel that. A man has to be very gentle, should be able to, I don't know, maybe it's old fashioned, but should be able to make the woman feel that she's fantastic. She's the only one, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah, I know so many and she's the best, not that. But also, if they tick you off, even within a year, I would not be able to handle it.
Okay. Like correct. Like what do you mean by tick you off?
Don't do this, don't do
Oh,
that.
like
I mean,
boss you around a bit.
yeah, instead of saying that maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And have a sense of humor. It's so important.
Yeah, so
Someone should be able to
important,
make
yeah.
you laugh.
Laugh.
That lasts because
Where are these men? Where are we going to find these people?
now it's your
No, but
time
they
to
don't
find these
that's what
people.
I'm saying. That, like you said, that we
But you know,
expect
like,
everything
some
from
people
one
may
person,
be not
but then
make you laugh, Shweta.
Things.
my red
Yes.
flags.
Please.
Go ahead, let's see.
Or more, I'll say like green, like what I would want.
No,
from...
we want to know what you don't. What are your red flags?
No, but
Navya?
that's
because we
the
know the
same.
green flags.
Okay, no, it's.
Tell us the red
Let me
flags.
say it. I think like I would want to be with a man who isn't like, obviously I'm very ambitious and I'm very like, there are a lot of things I want to achieve, and I would never want to be with someone who's uncomfortable with my success.
I don't think
and
many men
my-
are like that anymore. They're all learning. Give us.
Yeah, but that's
give us.
something
Don't
that I
give
would
us something
want.
you've read
I
on
don't think in
read on
India,
some website.
even
oh,
now
this
it
and-
But that's what I
You
truly
tell us. I
think.
want to know what your red flags are. Forget green flags.
I mean, pretty much what you guys said also.
What the hell?
What do you mean?
Have your own mind.
But now if you guys are telling me now, eventually I'm going to start thinking like that.
For me, if I don't have respect or if I can't look up to or I can't learn
Yeah.
from whether it's somebody, a man or a woman, a friend or whatever it is, my friendship
I think
and
it also
relationship
has to
does
be
not
someone
last.
who motivates you to, do more or whatever it is. Let's take a break here. Let's have some water. But I have fun questions waiting for you on the other side.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam talks to Abhishek Podar, co-founder and CEO of Plum. Abhishek explains group health insurance and why employers should adopt it for their organizations. On Simplified, the hosts talk about Open Network for Digital Commerce, or ONDC, and its possible bright future. On The Advertiser's Guide to the Galaxy, Karthik breaks down Navneet's Teachers' Day campaign and how its intent is at odds with its impact. And on Has It Aged Well, Abbas and Urjita are joined by Akash Mehta to talk about the 90s family film Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, to assess the underlying politics of the film. Do listen to the episode on the IVM Pop channel. Once again, don't forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcast.com. We have some exciting stuff for you. Also, do follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Do remember to spread the word about the shows you're listening to. It would be great if you can rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. You can also check out all our shows on YouTube. Wishing you a very happy Diwali. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: Bumble, Heads Up for Tails, Kotak Privy League Program, and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thanks for making this possible.
Welcome back. You're listening to What the Hell, Navya, and let's dive straight into the Bumble question game.
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
go
Because
ahead.
otherwise, you're just going to
Yeah, I
keep
think
getting
let's just-
bashed this whole thing.
Let's
You
just...
chose this topic. Who asked you?
I
Ishit?
saw it and I was
Okay,
like,
don't
oh,
shout.
I knew what was coming today. Anyway, I think let's just play the Bumble question day
Let's go for it.
game and call it a day. What would your ideal first date look like?
I
Yeah,
never
even I've
had
not
those
thought
kind
of-
of dates, so I don't
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know ideal, but I would say somewhere or a place where you can actually talk to the person. Like, I hate when people go for movies on first dates because it's like, what's the point of going, like meeting someone new if you're not going to be able to talk to them?
Yeah, but for some people who are a little shy, it's an easy way. Then you have the movie to talk about.
Yeah, but
later
I'm
and
saying
stuff.
my ideal would be
Well done.
an
You must
opportunity
not
where I
go
could
for movies.
talk to somebody.
My ideal would be to go for a drive.
Yeah, that's a nice
yeah,
one.
even I think
yeah,
that's
I think
a good
that's a
one.
good
Listening
one.
to music, driving,
like
chatting.
chatting.
Yeah, that's fun.
Chatting.
That's a good
and,
one.
saying, oh, I love this music. I too. And both feeling the same
Yeah,
about the same
I agree
music.
with that.
I think it's just been so therapeutic for all of us.
Yeah, I
that
know. I can.
everything we want to say to you and we just don't and we hold back.
I'm so happy I won't be coming home for lunch today.
It's so funny
Even I am.
that the way I deal with Navya's mistakes, I didn't with my own daughter.
Oh.
I was a lot more vocal and tough, about it. But with her, I'm...
All of us just let it be.
We have finished this conversation. I'm taking off my headphones. So today's episode was definitely an eye-opener for me, even though I did get roasted by my mom and Nani, but that's what moms and nannies are there for. But I think what I took away from this is that, when it comes to dating and romance, especially in 2022, there are so many options. There's more than just one way to do it right. And I think what's most important is not letting gender ever restrict you from loving who you want. And I think we live in a society today where we can have these conversations openly, and I'm happy that we did that today. Secondly, I think that we've also learned that everybody has their own set of red and green flags, what's important to them in a relationship, what they're looking for. But the biggest takeaway that I have from today is that remember to love yourself before you love anyone else. And if you feel that we missed out on any of these important conversations, then you can reach out to me on Instagram at Navya Naveli Nanda and tell us what else we should be talking about. And I'll see you on the next episode of What the Hell Navya, empowered by Bumble. What the hell? Hello everyone, I am Navya Naveli Nanda, host of What the Hell Navya on the IVM Podcast Network. Thank you for such an overwhelming response to the show. Click on the subscribe button and the bell icon on our YouTube channel, What the Hell Navya, to see more short clips and BTS videos. There's a lot more coming, so do it quick.